Welcome to a new era of plant-based videos, where plant-based milk alternatives are a dietary requirement and not a life choice. My name is Finley. I am the younger brother of Rowan. I recently was in a kayaking vlog where I fell in the water. And because Rowan has a few loyal subscribers, he has asked me to use my expertise or big collection of cacti and a succulent to increase his subscribers. So here I am to save the YouTube video. So for today's plant-based video, I will be repotting two cuttings I made from my silver torch cactus last week. As you can see, they have begun to callus over because I left them in the sun. You can see there, and hopefully when I do repot it, roots will start to grow out of the little circles there. Now the internet has told me that if I do try to repot these, they will die, and it's probably best to start them off from seedlings. But I'm going to have a go anyway, and if they do die, this will be the last time you see them. So for this, I'm going to be obviously using my two cuttings there. I've got some personal protective equipment, very dirty equipment indeed. Then we've got some cactus soil I got from Homebase, an old pot I found in the garden, and a dish tray which I will do everything on. And for those of you who are wondering where the cuttings came from, this is my silver torch cactus. I will be doing a full-length video on this and all the trials and tribulations that have come with it. It has been growing quite well, and in uni it was thriving, and then it sort of started to die when I overwatered it / underwatered it. Haven't worked out which. But as you can see, one of the cuttings has been made from that one. Ow! Very spiny, although it looks soft, but it is very, very prickly. And then we can turn over, and this is where the other one came from. Although that does look a bit mouldy, but hopefully, because I snipped it off, it won't spread. So yeah, potentially I'm going to have two more of these long boys. So that'll be fun, won't it? First thing we're going to do is put on our protective gloves, because although it may look soft, it hurts a lot when they get in your fingers. So let's pop these on. Okay, next we will be beginning to fill our pot up with whatever soil I have left in the little bag at Homebase. Okay, so let's start pouring this out everywhere, so that's going to be fun. And then, as you can see, we've filled it a little bit, so hopefully roots will be growing in there. So let's get the first one and pop him in here. Like, oh no, I might have to fill it up a bit more. Let's see how that goes. And actually, I might need a bigger pot. 1 second. Fortunately, I do have many pots, or there were many pots in the garden. So I've got one to hand. Let's pour in the rest of the soil, and hopefully that's going to go on right. Now, if I have got any of this information wrong, because I'm not a cactus expert, I just have a lot of them, and I also, I've gone through a fair few because of overwatering / underwatering. So if there are any things that I'm getting wrong, please put them in the comments below, and then I can get better at it. So we're going to need a lot more soil because bigger pot. Pour that in, and let's have another go. Hopefully this will be big enough. So we got the first one here, and let's. Oh no, is this? I don't think it's worked. No, I'm going to have two pots. Third time is the charm. Now, obviously this is my first video, and this is, I would say, a lot more difficult than making vegan meals, so let's persevere. Okay, now let's for the third time, transfer the soil into these pots and make sure it doesn't go everywhere. And hopefully this will work. So, and again, put the soil in here. Anyone wants to do this at home with me, pause the video now, and I will be getting the cactus here, or the cutting, because as you can see this part is a bit older, so it's gone more brown, but it's not squeegee, which the big bit was. I think I might have overfilled that. Let's try this. Okay. Hopefully this will work. All the fluff is now coming off, and it's all going wrong. Okay, let's see if this happens. Knock it in. Knock that in. And it won't stand. Fourth time, and I think the gloves were holding me back. So I'm going to persevere, power through, and just get covered in spines. So I think let's put that in here. And we'll try the little one, and then maybe the grey pot afterwards. Okay, so a bit of soil in here. Pop him in like that. A bit more, so then the roots can grow and you can be nice and tall. Okay, and then just pop all of it around it. I think this is probably why the internet told me not to do it, because it's sort of just going all in its fluff. But I think this has worked, sort of. Okay. We'll compact him in, and then we can try the other one. Probably in the grey pot. See this? You don't get this with a vegan lasagna, do you? No. Yeah. I think that's actually worked. Okay, that looks quite nice. It's a bit precarious, but it will be until it roots. So I can push that down. Let's put him to the side. And let's try again, but with the grey thing. Fortunately, they weren't as spiny as I thought. They are the other ones, because I've got a little bunny-eared cactus and its tiny hairs stick into your fingers, giving you hours of fun with tweezers. So let's brush all of this up, because I don't have much soil. And although I think home base is now open, so I could order some online. Okay. Let's try this one again with the healthier cutting, or the younger cutting. Pour some of that out and pop him in. Yeah. And it was fortunate that I had the bigger pot, because I can just use that to brush everything in. So hold him up and fill him up here, just like this. Okay. Oh, he looks very happy now. Ow. Okay, there we go. Starting to prick me a bit, but oh well. And for any of you wondering, the bigger cactus that these came from, we named Julian, because it looks like King Julian's tail. So these will be our little baby Julians if they work. And if they don't, they will just be dead. And I think we have 2 successful-ish cuttings. Now here is the final product. I sort of lied to you back then, because whilst the camera was off, this one fell over, so I filled a bit more in. As you can see, they are now potted up, so my plan is I will leave them for a bit. I might water them, give them a quick Google to see if they need water, but that should be it. Not very technical, literally just popping them in a pot and putting some soil around it, but that even took me quite a few tries. So there we go. Lovely stuff. And there we have it. A very successful potting video. So join me next week where I will be doing a review or talk through of my other cacti. And I will see you next time for some more plant-based action.